Alright guys, it is tire change day. We now got some new tires for the KLR650. Got the Shinko 244s. Tell you what, this rear tire is stiffer than I expected it to be. Front tire is what I expected it to be. It's going to be easy to put on. Tire size I got 5.10-17. For the rear, of course, 3.00-21 for the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrestle those on. I've only put tires on one other bike. It was my other dual sport probably 10 years ago. Didn't go so well. Ended up pinching one of the tubes. It went flat immediately. So I'm not sure how I figured that out. I don't know if I put it on the bike or knew that it was leaking before I put it on the bike. Ended up go ahead and I got a new tube. I took them down to the motorcycle shop. I let them put it on. Just because I didn't want to now ruin another tube and I wanted to get it done. Anyways, not doing that this time. Can't do that this time. Even if I do that, I'm either going to put my old tube back in or my new tube. Haven't figured out which one I'm going to put on. If I'm going to go ahead and throw in my new tubes or am I just going to reuse the stocks. Got to decide that in the next hour. Anyways. But even if I fail, I'm going to go ahead and do it again anyway. I got to learn how to do it the correct way. When I'm out on the trail or out on a ride and I have to do a tire change, nobody's going to be there to do it for me. So that's what I'm doing today. I know in my last video I said I'm going out to the beach, which was almost 2 weeks ago now. So I ended up deciding to go ahead and get new tires. So I ordered those midweek last week. Waited for them to get here. I think they got here Saturday. This week it's been raining. It's Thursday now. Monday, I think I just had a lazy day. I did some stuff in the backyard. Tuesday, I took my daughter and her friend to the water park and did a couple other things. It kind of looked overcasty that day, but Wednesday came and it's pouring rain yesterday. Came out here to do them anyway. Came out here, noticed the tires and the whole bike was just dirty. Had mud all over it. I don't like to work on bikes that are dirty, so it was raining, and I was like, oh, crap. So I waited until it stopped raining, which was in the evening time. I took my bike out, got it washed up, got it cleaned up, and now it's Thursday, and I'm going to go ahead and get these tires on. I'm not going to video the whole thing, wrestling the tires on and all that. I'll get strategic moments, strategic shots of putting the tires on, putting the tubes in, putting the wheels back on the bike, and that's what it's going to be. Maybe if I do this a few times and I think that I'm good at it and I want to show other people how to do it, I'll do a whole video on it. But this time, just a couple videos here and there. Got the bike up on real quick. This bike stand, I had to shut the garage door because I was trying to do this video with it open. UPS guys coming, Walmart delivery people are dropping off packages, my neighbor's out doing stuff, slamming things around, so I had to shut the garage and turn on the spotlight. So, anyways, got this old bike jack, bike lift, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty dark in here now since I had to shut the garage, but it should come out. And it seems to fit this Outback MotorTech skid plate well. Front piece goes right in the front there. Rear piece catches it right at the rear there, right before the bend. And it lifted the bike. I put it in the first notch right there, so it's not being held up by hydraulic pressure. Put it in that notch, and that was perfect to get the front tire barely up off the ground. So we're good to go on that. Probably have to lift it up a little higher to go ahead and get the rear tire up off the ground, hopefully. But right now, I'm gonna get started on that front tire and get her done. Oh yeah, I'm only gonna use the tools I bought for the trips I take that fit in these bags. I do have the longer pry bars for the tires. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use the tire tools that I bought for this motorcycle. If I have to use something else, it will be added in the tool bag. So that's what I'm gonna do. I did buy all these things to protect the wheel. I'm gonna try to use them, but you know, I think you could only use all those to a certain extent, and we'll see how it goes. I also had in my pack on the back of the bike a little spray thing with soapy water, so I'll also use this. If it's not in my pack, I'm not using it. Like I was saying, I don't know. We'll see if I get these on for the most part. Hopefully I can not scratch the wheel, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, especially when it's an emergency situation. You're out on the trail, you're out wherever you are, deep in the woods. Sometimes you might just throw caution in the wind and get that thing off and worry about scratches and anything else later. But obviously the bike's pretty brand new to me, and as of now, I'm gonna try to keep the wheel looking as nice as possible. We'll see how that goes though. Alright, have this in my pack. And should be the tools to take off the front tire. I thought I had 3 of these. You can see these aren't too big, but let's see on my other side. Okay, here's some of the tools. In the other side, up. Alright, that's probably for the rear tire. Maybe I only wanted to carry 2 for weight reasons. Okay guys, I thought I had 3. I only have 2. I do have the bead buddy, so this is all I'm going to use to do both of these tires because that's what I had on my bike. Like I said, I have the big, long, legit ones in my toolbox, but I'm using these. There we go. Alright. Handling this just like an emergency situation. Throw everything out. You grab your other tool bag and you just dump it out. And you start panicking. Just kidding. Don't panic. But let's, oh. I wonder if those are tight. Get the correct tools to do my pinch bolts. Watch me not have the correct tools. Okay. Now you start panicking. Okay. If this isn't it, unless I'm missing something, then I didn't have the right tool. Oh, I bet that's it right there. Okay. This one fits, but I think this is going to be it. Alright, so I had 2 tools that fit. I have this little hand one, and then I have the socket style. Okay. This axle bolt is on here hella tight. I don't really have anything to get me some extra leverage except for these vice grips I had in there. So either I'm going to be able to get it with this, or I'm going to have to carry something else with me. This is super tight. I don't know how tight that is. Well over 100 foot-pounds. I can tell you that. So let me see if this will help me. Get this a little tighter. Now, if I was in a emergency situation, god dang, I'd probably muster up the panic strength and kick this thing off. Probably by standing on the motorcycle, laying it down on its side, and kicking this with my foot, or it would come off. But and this is rocking while I do this too, but give it one more try. Now I just want to turn sideways. Not offering much help. Huh, okay. I might have to start taking another tool for this whole thing. I hate that. Give it one more try. Put it more on this side. Okay, so just grabbing a quick 18 millimeter wrench, I'm able to get it off. So I guess I'll have to start carrying an extra wrench with me. Alright guys, it is humid out. Even though the sun's not out, been raining all day, it's humid. I don't feel any wind blowing. I should turn my fan on. But here's what I'm doing. Popping these things all around the edges before I do anything, so I could just steadily go. Got one more. And after I get there, it'll probably pop off on its own. Now, I think I'm using these the right way. I have no idea how it looks like it goes to me. And then I have these if I wanted to keep going. Might as well. I'll put the bad boys on just in case. So I'm gonna keep moving it. Unless I have to move it, I don't know. We're about to find out. Not only is it humid out, I'm sitting over here drinking coffee. I felt kind of tired or lazy the last few days. It's been raining. Plus I've gone to bed late, got up early. Alright, well let's see here. Maybe I will do a little recording. Just in case I want to use it. Like I say, I'm only using these two tiny things. And let's see. Let's see what it's all about. I'm just gonna start wherever I want. Maybe I should spray it a little. Okay. And this just came right off the bead. It just fell off. Okay. Good enough. Make sure I don't got the tube. put me on my wheel. Sliding. Okay. Now, here's where I need a third one, right? Okay, well, let's see if that'll stay up. Oops. Got my wheel a little bit. Okay. All right. Closer. Alright, like I thought, it's pretty much pop right off. I might be able to pull it off right now. But let's do one more side. Uh-oh. That tube. Okay. Now let's see. These things off. A little awkward to grab. Okay. Here we go. Right hand. There we go. Okay. Here's that side. Let's pull the tube out. Easy peasy. Japanesey. Okay. Now, seem to work pretty good with these things. I'm just going to leave them right there. I think going on is going to be the harder part. And then if I can't come up. Oh, there we go. Right through there. And where's my other one? Go over here. Oops. Okay. There we go. Over here. So let's go here. Okay. Let's see. This is gonna work. Okay. Bing, bada boom. I can promise you there's no scratches on the wheel from me. There was already probably some scratches on here. I thought I saw one from probably the manufacturer. Anyways, I didn't touch anything but this rubber. Going on is gonna be the hard part with these. We'll see. Pop these off. Take a quick break, get a quick drink of coffee, and decide if I'm gonna put the old tube in or my new one. All right, guys, we're gonna get a weight of the tires. Make sure what's going on here. Here's my weight, 159.8. Here's me holding the stock tire, 168.6. Here's me holding the new tire, 168.6. Double check that. New tire, 168.6. Stock tire, 168.6. Okay, that's a little amazing. So all right, the 244's Golden Boy tire, the 3.0 21, weighs the exact same as stock. Fan off. If it gets too hot, I'm gonna turn that fan on, and y'all might have to get some music. Let's see what do we have going by here. Africa Twin. Okay. Let's see if I could force this thing on. Some tires do, apparently. I don't think it's gonna happen. No, I'll probably have to pull this back off and put them on more even. I'm just gonna have to slip it on. But let's lead it up, see where we're at. Okay. Now with the tires on, I'm gonna go ahead and sneak on these. Like that. See if I can. Okay. That rope comes in handy. I didn't know what it was for. I'm guessing it's for this. Pops it right on. I doubt I'll need another one. Let's see. Okay. So, get up in there. And get it on. There we go. Okay. Let's do it. Uh-oh. Trying to slip off on me. Stop. Oops. I'm gonna jack my rotor up. Alright, there we go. On. Cut. Guess I don't need to pop these off. I'm gonna leave them on for a second. And get my, I'm going to put on the old tube because it has some like baby powder slippery stuff on it. I don't have anything like that, and I'm not running to the store to get anything like that, so I'm just gonna reuse that one. Actually have these right where the stem goes in. I guess I'll start there. Okay. Where are you? We'll get that in. That. I wonder if I should pull it through now or get this in first. Okay, well that doesn't fit through there, so that's not going to do that. All right. So let's get this through here. That nut on there. There. Get my tube in. All the way around. Tell you what, guys, so far, easy peasy.
Hey, brother.
All right. Valve stem back in. Okay. I think I should blow it up a little bit. Let me get my little compressor and everything going. Went to go hook my compressor up and then forgot I'm supposed to be doing this like it's a side road emergency. So got out my little slime battery pump, actually plugged it in and started trying to use it. It wouldn't work. So I just messed with the cigarette socket thing and it started working. I'm just trying to put a little air in there. It kind of sucks when you can't see it, huh? Yeah, go ahead and pull it off, get it out of my way, because I'm thinking that was probably enough. Let me check. Yeah, that's good. I could probably put a little more in. Don't think it's necessary. Feel good about it, I think. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, unplug it. Alright, guys. I've never used a bead buddy before, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's go for it and see what happens. Okay. That soap smells good. All right, well, here goes nothing. Probably should do this away from me, but oh well, let's check it. Make sure I'm not on my tube. Okay. Let's see how far I I could go like that. Probably not very far. Okay. This. Okay. Feeling in there, making sure I don't have my tube. My finger out of there. All right, baby. Let me go without the bead buddy on this for a second. Make sure my tube's not getting funny on me. It's blown up a little bit in there. Probably because I'm pushing on it down here. I don't think I got too much air, and it didn't seem, I thought I had a little less than I needed. Sugar, okay. Guys, so far this is stupid easy. These seem to work pretty good. Okay. Obviously, it's going to get a little harder. Oh, you could overlap them. Huh, okay. I want to make sure my tube's not there again. Uh-oh. That thing tried to pop out on me. Okay, now I got one of these in here, but you know what? I'm gonna pull it out. Or not. Let me just leave it. See how that one does. There you go. Okay. Slide the next one over. Okay. I say, what is that? What is this? Slide it on that. Touch my tube. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I can't get my tool out. Come on, baby. Should I let some out? Let me see. Might be too late. Just go with it. Thinking about letting some of the air out of my tube. Okay, this is locked in there pretty good. Let's go on to the end of this one. I wish I had one of these in here. Pull out the bead, buddy. Let's see. Okay, not really doing anything. All right, almost done. Let me slide this one. See, that one can't slide. So I got like an empty spot here for my next pull. I don't want to hit my wheel. And it's too tight to slide this. Get this one. Try that. That'll probably help me. Okay. Okay, I haven't even tried to slip this over yet. I'm just trying to figure out how to get a wheel protector over here since it's so tight. Let me pull this back off. Shoot. Let me leave that like that. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Get this back in here. On. Alright. I could have just done that, I guess. That's on. I don't think this did anything. Pull my protectors off. I don't think I touched the wheel a single time on the outside. So these worked a miracle on this front tire. This one. I thought it had a rip in it. I don't know. So those are cool. Looks good to me. Get my wheel lock down, or my wheel lock. Not even a rim lock. Get the tube lock down. I know they say I've read to leave that loose, but from the factory it wasn't loose. So I'm just gonna put it back like it was. You know what? I didn't have a tire gauge in here either. I need to get a small tire gauge for in here. I think it was this one. You know what? Here, let me loosen it. Get a few good pops. Make sure it's not binding or something silly. Okay, now let's tighten her down. Alright guys, well that was easy. If the tube didn't get pinched and popped. Super easy. I don't know how the wheel's getting scratched around here by this lock thing. It was already like that. Okay, good enough. They're filled up. This should tell me, but I don't really trust these kind of things. This should tell me the PSI. Okay, that's saying about 27. Okay, let's see what this says. Doesn't sound too promising. I don't hear anything as I put this on it. It's probably a cheap. Oh, by the way, I did have a stem puller. It was in the bag with this. And it's 20, 24. Okay, so this isn't off. Might be off by 2 pounds. 29 to 30. Yep. Perfect. Okay, guys. At least the front tire, super easy. Everything looks good. Well. Yep, looks good. All right, I'm impressed with myself. Okay, good to go. Dang, easy peasy, twice as easy as I expected. All right, get your tire back on. Easy. Went on very smooth. Put your axle back in. Don't try to bang it in, because once you get here, it doesn't slide through. It screws in. So just turn it by hand until it starts going in, and then put your tool on it. Okay. Let's see. Where I put my pinch bolts on, make sure this is straight in line properly. Now, some people might remove your brake caliper. I didn't. I just pulled the wheel off. I left that on there and I slid it back on. Hopefully that's fine. But I didn't do anything with the brake caliper. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll go ahead and leave this fully tight. And then I'll pop these on a hair. I won't clamp them. Just get them in. Okay, and the before I tighten those down. Oh, hold on. Where's my tool? Where's my tool? What size did I use? Yeah. Oh, wait, you know what? I use this, that's right. Okay. So just get those threading. And there's a few ways to make sure your forks are aligned. I'm going to, for one, I feel like that smells the same. Okay. You'll probably just throw your brakes on. I don't really feel like lowering it and pushing down on the front. So I'm going to turn the bars. And I'll go ahead and tighten them. Double check the axle. Yeah, it's tight enough. My pinch bolt's tight. Which those were pretty tight too from the factory. Back and forth a little bit. Tighten one. Go to the next one. Okay. Good. All right. Front tire's complete. Guess let's go ahead and get on the back. All right, guys, it's the next morning. Tires held there. I should have addressed this yesterday when I noticed it. I think I was just in work mode and called it good enough, but it was in the back of my mind and kind of bothered me. That kind of slight, oh, now we're rubbing on the ground. The tire was making like a slight, like the pads weren't rubbing perfectly even. Sometimes it would hit like a high spot and I just kind of ignored it. And I actually feel like it's better this morning. Probably after the test ride, the pad started wearing accordingly. But I'm going to loosen my pinch bolts back up. I'm going to loosen the bolts on the caliper since I didn't take it off. And then the forks could have readjusted slightly different than they were previously. I'm going to realign my brake caliper and then realign my forks, and that's going to make me feel better. I gotta get something first. Alright, I had to go get my electrical tape. Couldn't find my strap. Okay. Just kind of hand tight these bolts. Okay. And I'm going to use electrical tape to hold my brake lever. Couldn't find the straps that came with my extension cords, which would have worked perfectly, but I'll just use the tape. Okay. Loosen my pinch bolts. Tape ready. Okay. I'll hold it there. Not releasing the brake, that's why I'm obviously taping it. But that's held. I'll retighten this. Good. I'll release the brake. Oh, can't even release it. All right. Now, make sure the forks are still aligned, which I'm sure they are. I didn't move them. Okay, that's where I'm putting it. Tighten these back up. And I should have did this, obviously, when I first put the tire on. these back on. Good. Good. Okay, sounds legit. Alright, I'm satisfied.